My name is Sora. I'm a dual Dutch-American citizen living in the Netherlands who actually just got her Dutch citizenship this year. But I've promised you guys a long-form Q&A for a while now, and I'm finally getting around to it. I'm actually going to like a cabin later today, so I have some time to kill now, and that video will be up after this video. But anyways, let's get into your questions. I gotta find your questions that I saved. Alrighty, this is a question that I haven't answered on my social media yet, so I'll answer that first. Are you still happy with your fringe / bangs, or are you growing them out? So I actually technically have a fringe, but I don't really like the full fringe, like with the bangs in the front. But I recently discovered that I do like my side bangs, so I think that I'll probably still cut them, and like I like that the fringe gives me like a little bit of volume on top. So yeah, probably keep it, just not like the front bangs. If you follow me on social media, you would have seen how that looked. And I'll see if I can like put in a photo. I'm still learning how to edit for YouTube, so bear with me. Next. Is your husband also coming out of a controlling religious? Was he Jewish? No, my husband is not religious. He did go to Catholic school, but it wasn't like really that serious. Most of his family is not religious, and he's definitely not religious. He is definitely a man of science. He's an engineer, so he doesn't believe in God or anything like that. Who your husband is. So I don't really post my husband on social media because he prefers to stay private. So yeah, my husband is my husband. That's who he is. He's Dutch. He was born and raised in the Netherlands. And yeah, that is all I'm going to share. Why don't you speak with your biological parents? I don't speak with my biological parents because they are not super great people, and they have definitely just been not super great parents, like abusive, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I am just not here for that. I'm an adult. I want to live my life the way I want to live it. I know a lot of people still talk to their parents, even if they're like emotionally manipulative and things like that. I don't really get that. Like, why would you want people like that in your life? I guess I am really lucky that my foster mom is still around and she's an amazing person, so I don't really feel like I need a parental figure because my foster mom has been more of a mother to me than my mother ever was. And when my foster dad was alive, he was also, you know, a father more than my father ever was, but unfortunately he passed away a few years ago. Do you still see your parents and family, or are they mad about you religious reasons? I do talk to some of my family, the ones that I choose to talk to. I think it's so funny. People are like, did your parents shun you? Why don't I shun them? Like, why do they shun me? You know what I mean? You know, they are the ones who are in the wrong. So like, why should they have to accept me? It's more, I should have to accept them. What was the question? Like the exact... So I do talk to some of my family, but not all of them. And I want to have healthy relationships in my life, so I don't really talk to like a lot of my family members. I know it's hard, but my life has been significantly better just focusing on people who are supportive and who love me for who I am. I suggest you do that too. Share your favorite recipe. I don't think I really have a favorite recipe. I do love barbecue chicken. It's something that I grew up with like rice or potatoes, but I like a lot of different recipes. If you follow me on social media, I do make like short form videos with recipes and stuff that I grew up with. I desperately miss avocados because the avocados in the Netherlands just taste like rubber bands or water to me, and I've tried them from smaller shops and ethnic food stores. They're just not the same as the ones that they sell in the US. I think it's because in the US we have avocados from Mexico and from California, and like the breed, the variety is different than the ones in the Netherlands, and they're probably not grown in a greenhouse the way they probably are grown wherever they're from in Europe, because I mean, growing avocados in the Netherlands is like impossible, I think. Do you do Amsterdam tours of any kind? I don't. I don't live in Amsterdam. I don't really spend that much time in Amsterdam, so it wouldn't really make sense for me to like do Amsterdam tours. But there are a lot of people who do tours, so I'm sure you can just Google like Amsterdam tours and you can probably find a lot of different options. Do your siblings talk to your biological parents? I think the majority of my siblings do talk to my biological parents. You know, we all have different relationships. New follower, can you share your story? Well, I grew up in the Midwest to an ultra-Orthodox Jewish family. They're both immigrants. My father is an immigrant from Russia. My grandmother still lives in Moscow, and my mother is from Belarus, or Wit-Rusland in Dutch, and she immigrated to the US when she was like 4 or 5 years old. I went into foster care in 2012. I think I was almost 15 years old. I chose to go into foster care, and I stayed there with my foster parents till I was 18. Then I moved out, then I moved back in, then I moved out. You know how it goes when you're trying to figure out your life. My foster parents have been incredible, incredible people. I still talk to my foster mom, as I already mentioned in this video. In 2017, I met my Dutch husband in Hawaii, and like almost a year and a half later, I moved to the Netherlands, and I've been here for over 6 years now. I work as a freelance writer, Dutch to English translator, and content creator. My company is called SAR Writes. I also have social media platforms for my business, so you can look it up. I'll try to tag them in the description. That kind of plays into the next question: how'd you meet your husband? I met my husband halfway up a mountain on the big island of Hawaii. He was there for a conference, and then he extended it for vacation. And I thought I was going to move there for a while, but I spent the summer there and realized that I can't live in Hawaii. Like, it's just crazy, crazy expensive. Transportation was an issue. So I met him, and then like a month later, I moved to New York and lived there until I moved to the Netherlands. But yeah, we spent the whole day together when we met and kept in touch, and he visited me in New York, and the rest is history. What country is next on your bucket list? Well, I've always wanted to go to Greece, so my husband and I are going to Greece this spring. We're flying into Athens. If you guys have any tips for Athens, let me know. We're actually just gonna like rent a car, so we're only gonna spend a few days in Athens. We're gonna drive around, maybe go to some islands, drive around the coast, just explore different places. That's how we usually travel anyway. We just book like the hotel for the first few nights, and then we kind of just wing it. And then in the late spring, my friends and I are going to Svalbard, which is an island close to the North Pole. If you watch Cecilia on Svalbard, you'll understand why I want to go there if you like the cold. It is just such a beautiful place. I've always wanted to go there. We are going during white night. Like my grandmother growing up, she always told me about Bielej Noc, which is white night, like where it's midnight sun, 24 hours sunlight. And now I'm going to experience that on Svalbard. Do some of your siblings accept the way you're living and that you're not religious? All of my siblings that are adults are also not religious. So yeah, they don't really care about the whole religion thing. That's kind of what happens when you force religion down people's throats. They don't really want to be religious anymore. I'm not saying I have like perfect relationships with my siblings. I definitely have some complicated relationships and some non-relationships at all. But it's mostly not like religion related. Someone asked about buying their wedding ring in Antwerp. I already answered this on Instagram, but my husband bought his wedding ring while I went with him. We bought his wedding ring in Antwerp. If you don't know this, like Antwerp is, you know, diamond district. There are like a million gold shops and diamond shops. So you can literally just walk into any shop and get whatever you want and negotiate. If you don't like the price, just negotiate and walk out. Because there's so much competition, either they're going to try to get you to buy it and lower the price, or you can just go into the next shop. Like, don't feel pressured to pay like the initial price that they want you to pay, because they're definitely 1,000% overcharging. And that's the great thing about going to Antwerp, is there's so much competition. They know you can just walk out and go to a different shop. So it's kind of like survival of the fittest. And I couldn't buy my wedding ring there because I had to have it like custom made, so a local jeweler took care of that here. Jewelry just has like a massive markup, like gold, silver, diamonds. Like diamonds are not rare, you know, the whole marketing scam. Reading update, I am currently reading the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I think that's what it's called. I really, really love the Pumpkin Spice Cafe book, and this is like the next book. It's not like a series because you can read it separately, but it's like a kind of like a series. But I also have a lot of other books downloaded. I have a Kindle. Ever since I bought it, I've been so happy. I was worried that I wouldn't be happy with it because I love like the feel of real books, but I find that it's so much easier on my eyes, and I'm taking it to the cabin that we're going to now. I can't wait to like read by the fire and just be cozy. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited for this content. Eet je nog kosher? Do I still keep kosher? No, I do not. I believe in freedom of living, freedom in making your own decisions. And I'm not going to live my life based on some book and a bunch of commentary and rules that random rabbis made. If that's your jam, good for you, but that's just not my jam. What is your favorite dessert? Anything chocolate. I am like chocolate obsessed. You know, I just love chocolate. So chocolate cake, chocolate cookies, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate ice cream, chocolate ganache, chocolate pudding, chocolate is like my favorite thing ever. When will you go to Nijmegen? I don't know when I'm gonna go to Nijmegen. I have been to Nijmegen multiple times because I broke my ankle and I had to go to the St. Martin's clinic there where I had surgery and checkups and appointments, but I never saw the center of Nijmegen. So maybe one day, but I don't know when I'll go there. Geloof je nu nog zoals je vanuit vroeger meer meekreeg of iets ander of iets meer? Do I believe like what I was taught before? Do I still like believe that or something else? I don't really believe most of what I was taught growing up. Like, I don't really believe the Bible and all that. Obviously, like, I believe in science. Yeah, I don't really believe in following a book. I just think you should be a good person, and people are like, how can you be a good person without religion? Just common sense. Like, don't hurt people. But I don't really believe in religion, especially like organized religion for me. And I definitely don't believe in like radicalism. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I cannot wait for the next video. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what questions I should answer, because I know that you guys may have like more questions that I didn't answer in this video.